It was hard not to laugh because I was right there. I think for some of the takes, I didn't even leave the room. I was just in the corner, just like holding my face, laughing. I think the entire crew was also trying not to laugh out loud.
Today we are going off script with Lex Scott Davis, star of Suits LA. It's personal, no script, and no prep. Who enjoys hugs more, you or Erica?
Lex, actor.
Who is more patient?
Actor for sure.
Who is better in the room, you or Erica? That's a little callback to the show.
That's probably a tie.
Okay. What makes you so good in the room?
I'm just a people person. I like meeting people and vibing, hugging, apparently.
Are you a people pleaser?
I used to be. I'm a happily retired people pleaser. But yeah, I think I pretty much do well in every room I enter.
Who is more stubborn?
Character.
What was the most unexpected or shocking thing that you learned about the life of real lawyers when preparing for the role?
I think the most shocking thing was that they are not always super serious. Embracing the humor of your average work life, it was new and challenging for me. I thought everything was very buttoned up and stiff and everyone's dotting their I's and crossing their T's. But when you get in the work environment and there's people you've been in this for years, you need humor. You need things to kind of just lighten the load every now and then. So yeah, embracing the humor.
Did you have a wait, what does this even mean moment when dealing with all this legal language?
Only a little bit. Luckily, because we practice entertainment law, it's not too thick on the corporate legalese you assume we'd be discussing. It's about a role or a job or someone getting an award. So there's conversations that continuously happen that most people should understand. There's only rare occurrences where we're dropping terminology that you might not know.
What's one thing you learned about persistence through the role of Erica Rollins?
I'd say persistence will get you what you need in life. Not necessarily what you want always, but definitely what you need. And so you could be as persistent as you want, but if it's not meant for you, it just won't happen. And if it is, then it's all yours.
I took a few phrases and words from entertainment law. I want to see if you have any ideas or guesses. You ready?
Oh boy.
Force majeure. Do you have any idea what that means?
I mean, I've heard this 1,000 times. Do I know it for real? No, I can't articulate the definition of force majeure.
So it's a contract clause that excuses parties from fulfilling their obligations if an unforeseen event occurs. So.
Oh my God, did you go to law school?
No, I did not. I used Google. Sunset clause. Do you know what that means?
The clause you give right before the sun goes down, and it's the last option before the deals are final.
That's kind of. It has to do with something ending. It's the clause that deals with how a percentage of royalties or residuals are paid after a contract ends. So I'll give you half credit on that. It's kind of close.
Thanks. I will say that neither of those two are in our show.
Okay. Now, do you know what torts are?
No.
So
what are they? You know?
Well, I know now. Legal wrongs or harms that lead to legal liability, including defamation. Next is the swap challenge. So if you had to swap roles with any actor in the show, who would it be and why?
Josh McDermott, who plays Stuart, because Stuart is awesome and hilarious and outrageously angry all the time. And I think that would just be a lot of fun.
We see Erica having to choose between staying with Ted or going with Stuart. If Stephen Amell and Josh McDermott were starting law firms, who would you choose and why?
Wow, that's tough. I don't know. I'd stick with Captain on this one, I should say. I'll go with Stephen.
What about Stephen would make a good lawyer, you think?
His honesty, I think, his ability to see beneath the surface level, can tell if someone's lying or not.
If Erica Rollins had a social media account, what platform would it be? And what kind of content would she post?
Instagram. And she'd post a lot of fashion Yeah, I'd stick with fashion for Erica. Bags, a lot of shoes.
What would be some of the accounts you would follow in fashion? Chanel, Louis Vuitton?
She would follow Tom Ford, Valentino, and McQueen.
Now, on to the final round, which is what we're calling the showdown. And I'm going to give you questions, and you need to just say the first thing that comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Books or podcasts?
Books.
Early mornings or late nights?
Late night.
Erica's not a big entertainment movie TV person, but for you, TV show or movie?
TV show.
Harvey Specter or Louis Litt?
Louis Litt.
Erica is self-proclaimed Black Mamba 2.0. So, number 8 Kobe or number 24 Kobe?
Ooh, 24 Kobe.
The best piece of advice you received when first getting into acting?
It's okay not to know what you don't know.
Has there been a time throughout your acting career where maybe something clicked or something that said, you know what, I belong here, I know what I'm doing, I'm good at this?
That clicked recently. I don't think there's ever a moment where an actor is done learning and has reached their highest potential. We're constantly a sponge. The confidence now has come 10 years later for me. But even with that confidence, it's still understanding that I have so much more room to grow.
What was your favorite moment or time on set while filming the show?
Okay, wow. My favorite moment was having Brian Baumgartner and Patton Oswalt argue and have a front row seat at this argument and just watch these two legends just rip each other. That was probably a true highlight of my experience. And also just what an honor to be in the same room with them, the same scenes with them. And I felt like I learned so much. They were a lot of fun to play with.
When you come into that room and try and break it up, was it hard not to laugh?
Yes, it was hard not to laugh while they were, because I was right there. I think for some of the takes, I didn't even leave the room. I was just in the corner, just like holding my face, laughing. I think the entire crew was also trying not to laugh out loud. There was a lot on the page that was already funny, but they brought it to life and then added some extra improv in there. And it was magical. It was such a joy. So much fun.
What exactly have you done that hasn't sucked?
Do you want me to pull up my IMDb page?
I don't know. Is your phone small enough?
Toby was funnier than you.
You voiced a cartoon rat!
What the hell is going on
I'll tell you
here?
what's going on. Either do exactly what I asked you or you're fired.
And there it is, Lex Scott Davis officially off script. Who would you like to see go off script? Comment down below and stay tuned for more exclusive behind the scenes insights from your favorite TV shows and films.